And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to day number 5, the next class of course, cord removal healing. So we're going to look a little bit more into the rhythmic breathing today. And of course, we're going to go through just kind of a basic flow with the cord removal healing. So like I said, if you guys are tuning into this for the very first time, if you're right on day number 5, make sure you're watching day number 1 through day number 4, okay? So I now have the cord removal healing on the playlist on my YouTube channel. So you just go to my playlists and you'll see cord removal healing there as well too, okay? So please make sure you're working with the first day all the way up to today, just so you can fully grasp everything that's being shared here today relating to cord removal healing. And of course, like I said, we're going to be looking a bit more into rhythmic breathing as well. So rhythmic breathing is not really a part of cord removal healing. It's just an additional breathing technique that I'm giving you guys because it's also working well with BCR technique at the same time. So with the rhythmic breathing, you're working, like I said, with the magnetic body, right? You're building that potency. You're building up that strength. And as you're building up that strength of the magnetic body, whether you're doing BCR, breath work, calmness, reinforcement, or whether you're doing cord removal healing, or whether you're doing any other form of healing technique, you're again becoming a lot more aware of the magnetic body, okay? So I'd like to hear about how you guys are doing with the rhythmic breathing, for those of you who have practiced, right? For those of you who have been with me since day number 1 for the cord removal healing, I'd like you to provide some feedback. How has the rhythmic breathing been going for you, okay? It can be quite intense. It is a pretty intense breath, okay? This is not something that's very, very soft and gentle. We're putting a little bit more oomph into the rhythmic breathing altogether. Yes, we're building up chi, we're building up the magnetism, we're building up the prana. This is why we call it rhythmic breathing or pranic breathing, right? We're building that up. And again, you're going to notice that there will be some effects in the body, and that's what we're going to go over today with the rhythmic breathing as well too. So I will switch over to the whiteboard here, and we're going to look into that now. So as we're looking into the rhythmic breathing, again, as I've just mentioned, that it's really just a rectangle here. And oops, let's see if I can find my mouse. My mouse has disappeared. Okay, there we go. So we're going to be looking into the rhythmic breathing. Like I said, it's kind of just like a rectangle. And just looking at some people here. Brad, I'm still having a hell of a time feeling a cord. How about you're having a heaven of a time feeling a cord and feeling the magnetic body? Am I just going to heaven in every way? Okay, well, Anderson, rather than having hell so much on your mind, how about we clear that? Take a deep breath. Right? Just because you're not able to feel a cord doesn't mean you're going to hell, okay? We just have to work on this, okay? So Anderson, right now, grab the ball, okay? Do you feel the ball in your hand right now? If I'm saying to you guys, grab the ball, okay? You're not holding a physical ball. If you are able to grab the ball, just like I'm doing right now, you're able to do this, okay? If you can do this, you can do this. If you can do this, you can do this. Okay? That's all we're doing. We're not having to feel a physical cord. There's nothing physical for you to feel. Okay? We're not grabbing a physical ball. There's nothing physical for you to feel. But we grab the ball. We do this in other practices. We do this in Tai Chi. We do this in Qigong. We do this in various martial arts. We grab the ball. But you're not grabbing a physical ball. Okay? You're not grabbing a physical cord. It's the same thing. But I know if I'm telling you guys, okay, see the ball, grab the ball, now make it wider, expand more, okay, bring it back, contract it, you guys are doing it. But you're not working with a physical ball. You're working with the magnetism, you're working with the prana, you're working with the chi, right? Same thing. I say grab the cord. Here it is. It's right here. Is it a physical cord? No. There's nothing physical about it. But I'm grabbing the cord. Okay? If I keep doubting, then that's where you're holding yourself back. Anderson, the only thing that's holding you back is your own doubts. Okay? Grab the cord. Don't give it another thought. I'm not saying, okay, analytically, logically, physically, practically here, I'm grabbing the cord. Okay? That's where you get stuck. We're not grabbing a physical cord, just like we're not grabbing a physical ball. It's energy. It's prana. It's chi. You see? So please remember that. Very, very important. Just grab the cord as you would grab the energy ball. It's the same thing. Okay? So, let's go back now into the drawing now, to the diagram. I'm going to get back to your guys' comments here in a little bit. So like I said, we're just starting here in the corner. And like I said, for example, today, we'll start with a 4-2, 4-2. Okay? Do you guys remember the 3 phases of breath? Okay? So we have the number 1 breath, 4-2, 4-2. Okay, we have the number 2 breath, 6-3, 6-3. We have the number 3 breath, 8-4, 8-4. Okay? Now, very important, guys, just in regards to what H. Anderson was basically how he was commenting. That is not going to get you anywhere when you say that you're going to hell or that I'm having a hell of a time. What did I basically say in regards to the nature of your words, the nature of your thoughts? Okay? You guys have to be very, very careful, really careful about how you label things. You need to be very, very careful about how you label your progress. Right, I'm having the worst time, the hellish time, trying to figure out how to hold the ball or try to grab the cord. That's putting yourself into a pit. And you're going to fall into that pit and you're going to tumble. Okay? Do not do that. Encourage yourself. Okay? I don't care if you think you're having a difficult time. Don't get into difficulty. Do you think difficulty is going to liberate you? It's not. Difficulty is going to cause you to plummet further into a bottomless pit. Don't go there. And like I said, guys, I want you to leave your egos at the door. When you're coming into this classroom, no egos. Okay? I don't mind you guys asking questions. I don't mind you guys talking about pop culture and stuff like that. But that's not why you're here. You're here in a classroom. Okay? And I want you to leave your egos at the door. I want you to leave your hesitations and your frustrations and your doubts at the door. Okay? You're here to learn. So let's go ahead and learn. All right? So, like I said, with the inhale, with the holding of the breath, with the exhale, with the holding of the breath. Okay, we're going to use 4-2 for example. 4-2, 4-2. Okay? So I'm going to demonstrate this breath here for about 1 minute. Okay, so I'm doing the 4-2, 4-2 breath, and I'm just going to do it with the rhythm itself. Then secondly, we'll go into the mantra. Okay. Okay, so that's a simple practice of it. Okay, 4-2, 4-2, very simple. Okay, it's the lowest of breath, inhaling for 4 seconds, holding your breath for 2 seconds, exhaling for 4 seconds, holding your breath for 2 seconds. Okay, so again, this is the first level to start with. And like I said, if you get through that, that's not a problem for you. So yeah, it's no problem. I can handle the 4-2, 4-2. Well, very good. Let's move on now to 6-3, 6-3. Okay, so we'll put 6 seconds here. We'll put 3 seconds here. We'll put 6 here. We'll put 3 here. Okay, we'll go into the 6-3, 6-3. Okay. So there's 6 and 3. So I can do this either with my eyes open or my eyes closed. Okay, it's up to you. You do not have to close your eyes if you don't want to. It's up to you. If you can go into the inside with your eyes open, that's great. Okay, so you're keeping your eyes open, but your attention is on the inside. Okay, my attention is not over here at the environment. My attention is inside, even with my eyes open. If that's difficult, close your eyes and do this breath. Right, 4-2-4-2, 6-3-6-3, 8-4-8-4. Okay, so there's a demonstration of the 6-3-6-3. Now we'll move on to the next one. 8-4-8-4. Okay, I'll do that one now. Okay, so there's the 8-4-8-4 breath. Okay, so all I'm doing first and foremost is I'm just getting the rhythm down. Okay, I'm just getting used to the 4-2-4-2, the 6-3-6-3, the 8-4-8-4. I'm just working together through the rectangle here. Okay, I'm not worried about what the mantra is that I'm trying to say or anything of that nature, even though I'm naturally doing the mantra in my head. What I'm really just focusing on is just the 8-4-8-4 or the 6-3-6-3 or the 4-2-4-2. Okay, and how I sit is very important. Okay, if I'm back like this and I'm trying to do a meditation, I'm restricting my lungs. Okay, I can only get about 80 to 90% of full breath. We don't do that, as I've talked about before in the earlier days, right? We are making sure that if we're in a chair, okay, our spine is erect. Okay, so we're making sure our spine is nice and straight, nice and erect, and we have a little bit of that gap in between the chair. Okay, so like I said, if I'm back like this, that's going to cause some breath restriction. If I'm up like this and my spine is erect, great. That's where you want to be. You want to make sure you have an erect spine for this exercise. Okay, if that's too difficult for you, go on a bed or a couch and just lay down. Okay, if you want to lay down, that's fine too. But if you're sitting in a chair or if you're just sitting with no backing, then just make sure your spine is erect. Okay, very important. If you're laying down, that would probably be your best option. For people who may have back problems, just lay down in your bed, lay down on your couch. Okay, so if you can, try to lay down without a pillow. Okay, I just want you to be completely flat. Okay, so if you're laying on your couch, no pillow on the head. If you're laying on your bed, no pillow on the head. Just complete and total flat. We want that symmetry of flatness. Okay, and now you're doing the 4-2-4-2, the 6-3-6-3, the 8-4-8-4. Okay, so we just want to get the rhythm down first. Once we do that, now we can start moving into the mantras. Okay, so what is the purpose of mantras, guys? All it is reinforcement. That's all you're doing. Okay? Your mantras are not going to bring you into higher consciousness. It's not possible. What you're doing is you're reinforcing your state of being. You're aligning to a state of being, and the mantra is just the reminder reinforcement of keeping you there. Okay? So you, in your alignment, needs to come first. That's first and foremost. That's pure consciousness. That is you being God. Okay? So it is consciousness first. Okay? It is our alignment of going and knowing that perfect life fills me. I could just be here, not even caring. Yeah, perfect life fills me. Perfect life fills me. Perfect life fills me. Perfect life fills me. And it's not doing anything. They're idle words. Okay? So words are just a prop. A mantra is a prop. Okay? A mantra is just helping you to remain and reinforce yourself in a particular alignment. But the alignment that you yourself put yourself into has to come first. This is why people can spout mantras all day. But if they're not in that alignment, your mantras are useless. Okay, I don't care if it's the most divine mantra you ever heard. Om Namah Shivaya. Okay, but if you're not going into that alignment of what that represents, that you're going into your God self, that you're going into the divine, that you feel yourself aligned, then when I'm going Om Namah Shivaya, now that brings about an emphasis. That's anchoring me. That's reinforcing me there. That's keeping me in that vibration. That's a compensator, okay? It's an anchor point. Those are the purposes of mantras, okay? A mantra cannot bring you into an enlightenment. And I hear people listen, oh, we got this incredible mantra that'll bring you into enlightenment. Guys, give me a break. No. There's no such thing, okay? It is you. You're the one that's aligning yourself into this frequency. You're the one that's bringing yourself into the God frequency. You're the one that's moving yourself into God alignment. And the mantra is being utilized as a state, as an anchor, to keeping you there through reinforcement. Okay? That's all it does. They're just words. Okay? But you're the one that's giving power to those words. It's the energy behind those words that you're giving it. So you get a lot of people like that, New Age community, metaphysics. Hey guys, I got this great mantra, and this mantra will bring you to God. No, it won't. No, it won't. No, it won't. You bring you to God. Okay? You are in that state of being. You are in the alignment to go to God. And now you're creating a mantra that's helping you to sustain that vibration, functioning as that anchor, that hook, that reinforcement. Okay? That's what we're doing here in the rhythmic breathing. Okay? We're again working with the flow, and we are seeing ourselves in the God alignment. We are seeing ourselves devoted to God. We are seeing ourselves in that state. And now we share the mantra, because that's helping us to lock in. That's helping us to affirm. That's helping us to stay there. Okay? It's helping you to stay in that vibration that you yourself have aligned to. Right? There's so much backwards teachings in the world. It's unsettling. Okay? So many people put this first before their own natural alignment. That's insane. Okay? That's you walking backwards. A mantra is not meant to bring you to God. Okay? That is the greatest illusion. If you hear somebody saying that, saying, sorry, but that's wrong. That's a misconception, and that's misinterpreted, and that's misinformation. You're the one that brings yourself to God. It is consciousness first. Okay? And now you're in that alignment. You are God consciousness. You are the self. And now, should you want to say a mantra, you can. Okay? So that's all we're doing here, is we are in that center. We're in that center point. We are sovereign. We are God. We are sitting on our throne. We are above creation, looking down. Divine life fills me. Perfect life fills me. Okay? And all of that life, it's basically, I would say that we're in the center of all life, which basically brings you top upon everything. Okay? That's what we're doing. So once we get the rhythm down, the 4-2-4-2, the 6-3-6-3, the 8-4-8-4, now we start introducing the mantra, okay? Through the inhale and through the exhale. Once you get that down, then you start including it in the breaks, into the pausing of breath, okay? Perfect life fills me. Perfect life fills me. Perfect life fills me. Perfect life fills me. Okay, 6-3-6-3. Perfect life fills me. Perfect life fills me. Pause for 3. Perfect life fills me. Exhale for 6. Perfect life fills me. Perfect life fills me. Hold for 3. Perfect life fills me. Okay, 8-4-8-4. Perfect life fills me. Perfect life fills me. Pause. Perfect life fills me. Exhale. Perfect life fills me. Perfect life fills me. Pause. Perfect life fills me. Okay, that's what we're doing. So we just break it down into steps. We get the rhythm down first, then we start introducing the mantras. Like I said, the mantras are just an anchor, they're a reinforcement. They're helping you to reinforce yourself while you're in that state. And then we start to introduce the mantras fully out as we're doing the full rhythmic breathing. Okay? Inhale, pause, exhale, pause. 4 mantras there. Okay? So again, you are learning to do this. Like I said, you want to see yourself in your God power. You want to see yourself as the I. Okay? The true I. The true self. That's where you really want to get yourself into. Oh, Brad, what's the best way for me to do that? You are still and you are silent. Okay, that's it. If you want to go to God, this is what you do. You are still, you are silent, and I will also add, you are empty. Empty your cup so that you can go to God. Right? That's all you do. This is why I've talked to you guys about going into the low idle state, about going into the subtle state of being, doing something like heart rate variability, even before the rhythmic breathing here. You're doing heart rate variability, okay? 4 seconds into the nose, 6 seconds out to the nose. If you can handle more, add some more seconds. Give yourself 2 seconds space between the inhale and the exhale, okay? So 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out. 5 seconds in, 7 seconds out. 6 seconds in, 8 seconds out. And you start doing that, heart rate variability, which is stimulating your parasympathetic nervous system. This is what we do in BCR. This is what you can do before the rhythmic breathing. This is what you can do before cord removal healing. Okay? Heart rate variability. Get yourself into the subtle state. Okay? And HRV is one of the best ways to do that. You're spending 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes doing heart rate variability. Can already feel the parasympathetic nervous system being stimulated. Okay, the vagus nerve being stimulated. The heart rate slowly going down a little bit. Okay, and now you're starting to feel the signs. You start to feel warm hands. You start to feel the body tingling. You may start to feel the spinning. You may start to feel the tilting. Okay, the astral movements. That is again our signs of going into the subtle body. And that is where we are now going deeper and deeper and deeper. And like I said, we're doing something like the peripheral pillars. Okay? This is also referred to as hakala in Hawaiian, right? It's a Hawaiian practice. Forrest Knudsen talks about this, is where you're just directing your energy, you're directing your attention to the peripherals. Okay? And you're just staring forward. And now you can focus on 2 things at once. Okay? Focus on your left ear and right earlobe at once, or focus on the senses. Okay? Focus on your eye and focus on your big toe. Okay? Your left eye and your right big toe. Focus on that. What happens when you focus on that? Thoughts go away. Thoughts start to drop because you're bringing your attention to 2 different things at once. Because human beings really can't think of 2 things at once. It's not really possible. So this is why we're trying to do it. Right? We're trying to do it, we're focusing on that, and our attention is there. That's the single point focus. Okay? Or like I said, we're trying to take in all of the senses at once. Very challenging. But nonetheless, we're bringing our attention there, right? Mind is completely silent. Good. That's exactly what we want. We want to stay there. As you stay there, you go into the stillness, you go into the silence, you go into the emptiness, you empty yourself out. If you want God to appear, you must disappear. Okay? This is equivalent exchange. So, looking at equivalence, if we truly want to bring the divine into us, we have to get out everything that is not divine from within us. That has to go. Do you think that the divine and the corrupt can occupy the same space within yourself? No, they cannot. Okay? It's a glass. Right? You may have a glass full of muddy water right up to the brim. Can I add anything to that glass if it's completely full with muddy water? No. I have to dump it out. I have to dump it out. I have to empty my cup. And now I can put divine water into it. Okay? This is the science, guys. This is equivalent exchange. Right? This is where so many people, again, become misconstrued. Right? They think, okay, I'm just going to go right to the divine. You haven't even cleaned yourself out. You haven't even cleaned the cobwebs out of your heart. You are, again, have this cup full of muddy water. You got to dump it out. Which means you need to go inside and you need to turn over every stone. You got to clean yourself. You got to empty yourself of the debris that you know you are not. This is why we do BCR technique. This is why we do cord removal healing. This is why we're working with the rhythmic breathing. This is why we're doing heart rate variability, going into the subtle state of being aware of what contaminates us and cleaning it out, emptying it from ourselves. You cannot be divine and be mortal at the same time. You cannot be perfect and imperfect at the same time. Right? So this is something that you guys have to realize. Some of you just want to go jump right in and go right to God when you've done no work on yourself at all. You can't do that. It's not going to work. You are banging your head against a wall. And that's why you guys are frustrated, because you don't know what you're doing. Okay? So when you know what you're doing, you know that you go inside the heart, you know that you look inside yourself, you know that you see conflicts. So here's the conflicts written down on the notepad. You're doing the BCR technique, you're doing the cord removal healing, you're clearing out the conflicts. Now you feel refreshed. Now you feel clean. Now you feel beautifully empty. And now the divine can come into you. Okay? That's how it's done. You cannot fill a cup that is already full. You got to dump it out. Is this making sense to everybody? This is what it takes. This is what you have to do. There's no way around it. If your cup is full, you got to empty it. You have to. If you want to go to God, if you want to go to the divine, if you want to go to the self, if you want to truly bring yourself into that true nature of peace, nothing that disrupts peace can be in you. It has to go. Otherwise, you're just constantly banging yourself against walls. You're constantly in the opposite of peace. You're in confusion. You're in chaos. You're in conflict. Because that's all that's remaining inside you. You've done nothing to take it out. And you got to do something to take it out. And this is what I'm teaching you guys for free, so you can know how to do that. All right? Okay, I'm going to go back now to the main window. And we're going to go on now into cord removal healing process. Okay? So like I said, guys, make sure you have your notebooks. Okay? You're writing this stuff down. Or like I said, you're just going back to the recording and you're checking all of this out again. Okay, this is important information, everybody. So like I said, this is what I keep seeing with people, right? For many years. Brad, I don't know what I'm doing. I want to get peace in my life. Have you started doing inner work? No, not at all. Well, that's the problem. You got to clean your out. This is your temple. This is your house. This is your church. Okay? If that church is full of empty boxes and scattered debris everywhere and cobwebs everywhere, how do you expect to bring in the divine when there's no room? There's no room in your house. There's no room in your temple. There's no room in your church. There's no room in your foundation for God. You've made none. So you got to clean it out. You got to work together with this inner process. You got to clean out all of these feelings of conflict and saying, I'm ready to release them completely. I'm releasing conflict. I'm not relieving it. Okay? I'm not putting a Band-Aid on it. If this is conflict right here, it's gone. I'm tossing it aside. I'm dissolving it. I'm releasing it from my being entirely. so that I am now an empty cup. Here I am now. I'm an empty cup. I'm an empty thermos. Okay? That's what we want. Okay? If you guys are not doing that, you will never know peace. If you guys are just constantly putting yourself and pumping yourself up with conflict and dis-ease and injury and harshness and chaos, you will never know peace. And you keep trying to go outside to find it. But it's not outside. It's in here. Okay? You got to clean it out. You got to clean out the cobwebs. We got to do the BCR technique. We got to do the cord removal healing. We got to do inner healing work that cleans us out. All right? So let me just take a look at the chat here before we get into a demonstration of the cord removal healing again. Okay? Yeah, Dur says it is really hard to hold the breath after an exhale. What asks Dur, how long can you hold it for? Right, if I'm just saying, right, take a deep cleansing breath in and out. Okay, breathe in, filling your lungs as much as you can. And hold. And just count. Okay. So I did it for 8 seconds. So Dur, how many seconds can you do it? Okay, if I'm saying take a deep breath in, deep breath out, inhale, fill your lungs. Hold your breath and count. Okay, Dur, how many do you count when you're holding your breath? Okay, that lets me know where you are. Okay, if you can hold your breath for 2 seconds, then you can do 4-2-4-2. Okay? If you can hold your breath for 2 seconds, that's all you need to do. Exhale. And you just count your breaths, okay? Count your breaths, count your holds. See what you can do. If you can hold your breath for at least 2 seconds, you're good, okay? If you guys are having trouble holding your breath, you need to start cleaning out your lungs. And I'm not just talking about physically, which means, again, a lot of our emotional disarrays, our emotional conflicts are seated in the lungs, okay? Panic, anxiety, fear, horror, terror, chaos. A lot of that comes into the lungs. We got to clean that out, guys, okay? Cord removal healing, you don't need to hold your breath, okay? BCR technique, you don't need to hold your breath. It's only through the rhythmic breathing because, like I said, that's an advanced practice. I'm giving you guys something that's advanced. Okay, that's not for the beginner. It's the beginner when you're doing phase 1. But when you get into the phase 2 and phase 3 breaths, it's a little more challenging, right? So 4-2-4-2 is for the beginner. 6-3-6-3 is for the intermediate. 8-4-8-4 is for the advanced. Okay, so this is kind of where it has its own scale. But our goal is really to get up to 8-4-8-4 because that's the true practice. Okay, so like I said, that's a challenging technique. But like I said, if you really want to bring prana into yourself, there's other ways of doing it. There's qigong, there's tai chi, there's inner alchemy. Okay, there's martial arts. There's different types. There's yoga. Okay, there's pranayama breathing, ujjayi breathing. Okay, that's bringing in prana. But we're bringing in prana so that we can strengthen the prana, the chi, the magnetism of our body, right? Magnetic body right here in the solar plexus, the sea of chi. So this is why we're doing it. We're building up that prana altogether, okay? All right. And thank you guys for the contribution. Appreciate that. All right. So let's go ahead and let's do some cord removal healing. So guys, what's step number 1? All right, I'm not going to do pop quizzes, but I'm just going to give you guys reminders, okay? The day will come before our 10 days are over where I'm just going to do a complete and total pop quiz with everybody from beginning to end. So please pay attention, okay? What's step number 1 before we do cord removal healing? Your notepad, okay? Or your phone, or your tablet, or your notebook, okay? Physical body, emotional body, mental body. How's my physical body doing? Well, I'm closing my eyes and I'm scanning inside. I actually feel really good today. I'm not really feeling any problems. But I'll make one up, okay? Let's say I have a sore stomach, okay? I have a stomach ache, all right? So, feeling a stomach ache in the physical body, okay? Emotionally, how am I feeling? So, when I'm looking at my emotions, I'm seeing how am I feeling in the past 24 hours? How was I feeling in the past 48 hours, right? So basically kind of looking at the recents here. How was I feeling within the last 24 to 48 hours? Yeah, I was feeling that kind of irritability. I was feeling angry. Yeah. So there was anger. Okay. So there's anger in the emotion. Mental body, right? Are there belief systems? Is anything kind of stepping over? People stepping over my boundaries? Okay. What boundaries am I noticing within myself? Okay. I just feel very defensive as of late. I don't want people to come near me, right? I'm just getting defensive and I'm holding my space and I feel like I'm being threatened. Okay. So that's a form of abuse. Okay, so there's an abuse, right? Defending myself, having to defend myself, having to defend my honor. That kind of borderlines between abuse and rejection. Okay, so I can put that down. Okay, kind of an abuse rejection hybrid, I could say here, that I'm having to defend myself and I don't want people to get too close to me because I'm just on the defensive a lot. Okay, so that would explain the anger and that would explain the upset stomach. Okay, there's that feeling of that brewing, right? The ego is flaring up. There's the stomach acid. Okay, so those are the three things we could use for example today. Now you guys put down your own things, right? Like I said, when we're doing cord removal healing, we're only working on one element within each category at a time. Okay, one element in physical body, one element in the emotional body, one element in the mental body. Okay, at a time. And we clear that out, we go into the second one, and the third one, and the fourth one, if there are such ones. Okay. Anders says, I'm not angry. Well, maybe on a subconscious level. Well, subconscious counts, my friend. Okay, subconscious counts. Don't just think that this is consciously, right? Subconsciously, I'm feeling something there. Okay, we're going to clear that out because the subconscious is still a part of you. We're still the one consciousness, guys. There's really just one consciousness. So we can call it conscious, we can call it subconscious, we can call it superconscious, but it's all part of us, right? So even subconsciously, if you're feeling something, write it down. Okay? You may feel that it may not have a lot of oomph to it. It may not have a lot of voltage, but it's still there. And that's something we got to tackle. Leave no stone left unturned. Okay? So please make sure you're writing that down. Do not leave a single stone unturned. All of your stones have to be turned inside yourself if you want to go to God. All of your stones need to be turned over if you want peace. Okay? Now here's the secret. Okay. Turn on the light here so you can see me a bit better. Okay. Here's the secret, everybody. When you give yourself over completely to love, love will turn the stones for you. Okay. It is not about you having to go in and trying to physically, manually turn over every single stone by yourself. That'll take you forever. Okay. All you're doing is you're looking at the big chunks of rock. You're looking at the boulders here. We're not looking at the tiny little pebbles on the ground. Love can take care of that. So we're taking care of the big boulders. And when we basically take care of those big boulders, they shatter into hundreds of thousands of little pieces, and love does the cleaning up. Okay? So we're shattering the big boulders within our inner space. Okay? These are the big boulders that obstruct your path because this is conflict. So here's the road to God, and now here's all these boulders in the way, right? You got this gigantic roadblock of boulders in the way. So we need to look at those boulders because those are heavy emotional conflicts. Those are traumas. Those are illusions. Those are belief systems. We got to clean them out, right? We need to be completely clear. Our cup has to be empty. So we go to those boulders, we look at them. Okay, here's an upset stomach. Okay, here's anger. Okay, here's me on the defensive. Here's me with rejection and abuse. Those are boulders. So I'm ready to smash those boulders apart with the hammer of love. Okay? With the hammer of my strength. Yes, guys, love always does the work for you. You guys have no idea how powerful true love is. True love is what's created this entire universe. True love is what's created you. It's what's created me. It's what's created everything. Okay? We don't grasp that. We still see love as some type of materialism, and it's not. Love is what has created all, because that is God's nature. Okay? Please remember that. Very important. Okay, so let's get into it now. So we've written down our areas: physical, emotional, mental. Guys, grab the cord. Okay? Just like you grab the ball, grab the cord. Brad, I don't feel a cord here. Just grab the cord. I didn't say for you to feel a physical cord. I said grab the cord. Right by your heart, right here. That's all you're doing. Okay? Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And out. You know that this cord represents everything pertaining to the physical, emotional, and mental conflicts that you have listed in your notepad. And that this cord is the cord responsible for those conflicting feelings. Okay? So, now that we know that, we move it up and down, left and right, up and down, left and right. Okay? Is it a strong cord? Is it a semi-strong cord? Is it a weak cord? Okay? In this case, for example, let's say it's a semi-strong cord. Okay? That's fine. So we're going to continue with the process. If it's weak, we cut it out. Spirit, take care of it. Okay? But we'll get to that. So again, it's a semi-strong cord. Okay, I can only move it around a little bit, and that's fine. Taking my other hand, my opposite hand, placing it on the chest to where the hollow white ball is. Okay? So I'm closing my eyes now. I'm seeing myself getting out of bed, going to my bathroom, going to my bathroom mirror, and looking at myself. Okay, so I said I had an upset stomach. So now I'm imagining myself without one. Can I go back into a moment of time where I can feel like my stomach was in absolute perfection? Yes, I can do that. Okay, great. So now that I'm feeling that opposite effect, I feel the wonderful feeling of having a complete and total healthy, perfect stomach, I pause. And I take all of that love energy, all of that reaction energy of feeling, and I'm putting it into the white ball, and it's being filled up. Yes, I can feel myself with a healthy stomach. It feels great. It feels wonderful. I can visualize it. I can see it. It's in perfect shape. Good. So now my ball is filled up with that. Okay? Then I go to my emotional body. Okay, I said I was angry. Okay? So I admit, yes, there is anger there. Can I imagine myself without anger? Can I feel myself really happy? Yes. Just go into a memory in my mind where I felt really happy, really joyful, really wonderful. There it is. Okay, the smile tells me everything. And I'm filling that up now. I'm filling that up. I'm feeling a happy moment. I'm feeling a perfect moment. I'm filling that up. I'm putting that all that love energy into the white ball now. Okay, it's 100% full as far as the emotional body goes. What about the mental body, where I feel defensive? Okay, I feel defensive. I don't feel anybody wants to get close to me. Well, that again is just an element of fear that we have not seen. Okay? It's the fear. It's the idea of feeling fear in regards to situations, of outer outcomes. Okay? So let's look past that fear, and let's look into something that will bring you into complete and total security, where you feel spacious, where you feel expansive, where you feel like you're just floating in heaven. Yeah, I can visualize that. I can see that. Good. Fill the ball up with that feeling now. Okay, the smile tells me everything. Okay, so the physical body, the emotional body, the mental body is filled up 100%. Okay? Oh, but Brad, I can't visualize too well. Okay, plan B. So we look at the upset stomach. Yes. Okay, you feel the upset stomach there? Yes, I do. Say the following. As far as your stomach goes, it's getting better and better. 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 There's the smile. Smile tells me everything. Put that into the ball. Fill it up 100%. It's getting better and better. It's getting better and better. It's getting better and better. Yes, it's there, 100%. Okay, great. Go to the emotional body now. Can't visualize that from what I was sharing before? No, I can't. Okay. So now we go into the emotional body. And we're looking into that anger. And like I said, there's a little bit of that fear too. Okay? Anger and fear. As far as those emotions go, I'm feeling better and better. 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 There's the smile. Okay? Fill it up. I'm feeling better and better. I'm feeling better and better. I'm feeling better and better. 100% to capacity. Okay? Mental body. The feeling of being on the defensive, the rejection, the abuse. Okay? Can't visualize. No, I can't. Okay, plan B. So as far as your mental body goes, it's feeling better and better. 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 There we go. There's the smile again. Filling that up now. We have the smile. That's the confirmation. Okay, filling that up 100%. Okay, so your physical body pertaining to the ball, 100% filled up. Your emotional body with the ball, 100% filled up. Your mental body with the ball, 100% filled up. It's like layers. Right? So now that we have all of that wonderful energy that's now contained in that white ball, we're holding onto the cord. Okay? So now we're going to use the breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. And again, as we inhale, we're imagining that we're absorbing the love energy out of the ball through the inhale. And as we exhale through the nose, we're running it through the cord. Okay? And watch my hand. See how it's dropping? See how it's dropping? Okay? That's just something that's completely natural. It's almost involuntary. Okay? The hand just wants to drop. So, we're now feeling the cord very, very weak, very, very loose. Okay? Taking the hand, cutting the weak cord. Spirit, take care of it. Let it be done. Okay? So I hand it off to Spirit. I'm not telling you guys to do anything visual. All I'm telling you to do is hand it over to Spirit. We hand it off to the side. Spirit, take care of it. Let it be done. Did not say for any of you to be visual regarding that. Okay? You're reaching forward, grabbing a cord, pulling it out, putting it here. Okay? I'm not telling you guys to visualize. Grab a cord, put it in here. Grab a cord, put it in here. No visualization, no imagination. Okay? Just like when I tell you guys, grab the cord. No visualization, no imagination. Just grab the cord. Okay? You're grabbing a new cord, no visualization, no imagination, plug it into the heart. Okay? It's all you're doing. You're using a physical motion. Energy flows where the mind goes. Okay? That is a very common principle, particularly in Qigong, Tai Chi, martial arts. Energy flows where the mind goes. If I'm reaching out and I'm grabbing an energy cord and I'm plugging it into the heart, the energy follows. If I'm just grabbing a cord right here, the energy follows. If I'm grabbing a ball right here, the energy follows. I don't need to visualize a ball. I don't need to visualize a cord. I don't need to visualize putting a cord into my heart. I'm just doing it. Okay? That's what makes the difference. I didn't say anything about you guys having to visualize or using your imagination pertaining to cords or to holding a ball. Get that out of your mind. Empty it. Okay, Brad doesn't say to use anything about visualizations when it comes to cords. I just have to grab it. That's it. That's all you have to grab it. And you take a deep breath in, you take a deep breath out, and you know that this cord contains all the conflicts that you have written down on paper. that you have written down on your phone, that you have written down on your tablet. You know that instantly. So that's the chord. Your mind knows this. Your energy is aware of it. You don't have to convince anybody but yourself. Okay? So get out of that shady aspect of thinking, Brad, I can't see a chord. What are you talking about? You're grabbing it right here. Brad, I don't see a ball. What are you talking about? You're grabbing it right here. Okay? So please, let's get that cleared up. So again, now we grab that chord, we plug it into the heart. Okay? So again, my chord hand right here, my left hand here holding my chest with the ball. So now this is an empty, hollow chord. It has no meaning assigned to it. It's a new timeline. Okay? We've cut out an old timeline. We're not feeding those old things anymore. We've ceased the feeding. It's no longer receiving our current. We've cut it away. Okay? So now this brand new chord that is completely neutral, completely empty, we're giving it instructions with the current of love. Okay? So deep breath in, inhaling that love energy through your breath. Exhale, running that current through the chord. And just feeling it. I'm not telling you to visualize. I'm just telling you to feel the chord as you move it left and right, up and down. And as you're breathing. Okay, there it is. Strong as a steel cable, where I cannot budge it anymore. It's as strong as a steel cable. Good. We're done. Because we had one element on each of the bodies. You're done. Now you can carry on with your day. Or maybe you want to contemplate other areas that you want to work on. Be mindful about what you are receiving each and every day. Okay? So be mindful if you have battles, if you have challenges, if you have conflicts, if you have chaos. Okay? Use your phone, use your tablet, use your notebook, what have you. Okay? Write it down. Okay, I got in an argument with my boss today. How did I feel? What did the argument bring out of me? Okay? If I was arguing with my boss today, and he was saying I was a slacker and I was this and that, well, how did I feel? I felt greatly offended. Okay, offended about what? Why were you offended? Oh, I just felt very angry about what he was saying. Okay? So I felt very, very angry about that. Okay? I felt very hurt. I felt very sad and afraid. I guess you could say all three at once. Great. Were you angry? Were you sad? Were you afraid? Okay? And that's for the emotional body. The mental body, you said you got offended. Okay, I got offended. Okay, that's mental body. Okay, you're offended because you did not get approval. You got rejected. Okay, so there's something for the mental body. Physical body, how did you feel? I kind of felt like I was almost hyperventilating in a way, right? So my lungs were acting up. Okay, so something with the lungs there. So there we go, guys. We've been able to evaluate our day when something challenging happens, okay? My husband and I, my wife and I had an argument, okay? And we fought with each other. And there was a lot of raised voices, okay? So go back into the event, okay? How did your physical body feel? I felt like a tightening in my chest with all this arguing, okay? So there's a tightening in the chest, okay? How did you feel emotionally? I felt very hurt. Everything was all three: anger, sadness, and fear, okay? Put them down. Okay, mentally, how did you feel? You said you were hurt, you were wounded, okay? You felt alone. You felt abandoned, right? So all of those things are mental body. Okay, we're writing that down. So what we want to do is we just want to breathe. Like, we're not just going to probably just run and go to do chord removal healing right away. We have to process all of this. If all this stuff is happening with ourselves, we have to process. So what do we do to process? We breathe. We can start off with the deep cleansing breaths, right? Keep doing that until you reach an active calmness. Okay, so you're doing a type of BCR here. We're doing the active breath. Okay, I felt like I had a horrible day. I'm still processing it. Okay, that's fine. You can still process it with thoughts, but I just want you to breathe. Okay, yeah, I'm feeling it now. Okay, that's the promise I want you to keep to yourselves. If you're having a heck of a day, okay, you went through a lot, just breathe. You can still think about what you need to think about, but just breathe. And I keep doing it. I keep doing it. I keep doing it until I get into a state of active calmness, okay? I'm in the ocean. I'm floating on a plank of wood, and I feel the gentle bobbing waves, okay? So now that I do that, and I say, okay, am I ready for some heart rate variability? Yes, okay? So 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out, 5 seconds in, 7 seconds out. Whatever you feel fits your rhythm of breath. Heart rate variability, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Okay? Now I'm going into subtlety. Now I'm going into calmness. Great. Now I can do BCR, or now I can do cord removal healing. It's up to me, whichever one I want to do. Whatever feels right for me to do right now in this moment. Okay? That's what we do. Okay, guys, I'm just going to look over any questions if we have any, because we're running out of time here. Okay. So Anders says, so instead of let go and let God, to do let go and let love, what's the difference? If I say to you love, or I say to you God, what's the difference? There is none. Okay? Love, God, compassion, joy, happiness, contentment, perfection. All the same. Okay? So God is the parent. Okay? It is the parent of you. And so this is where you're going into God, because God is that silent and stillness. But God can also speak through you. Okay? Through that silence, through that stillness, through that emptiness. And you go with peace in your heart, and you devote yourself to God. You seek union with God. Okay? You absorb yourself into God. This is what we often refer to as samadhi. Right? We go into samadhi, we go into absorption, and we go into union with the divine. We go to union with perfection. Okay? But like I said, how do we get there? We have to empty ourselves. We're still, we're silent, we're empty. Just like the cup. Okay? Cup has to be empty. Now we can go to God. Equivalent exchange. Okay? That's how it is. If you want to go to God, you yourself need to go. If you want to go to God, you yourself need to go. That's the way. That's equivalence. That's how it works. So you cannot bring in the fullness of God if your cup is full. Even if it's half full, it's still not enough. We got to empty it completely. Because now we're still just having distortions. Saying, yeah, I'm kind of on that way, I'm kind of on that path, but then I still worry about that. Then I still confuse. You haven't emptied your cup. You're not done your inner work. Okay, I said clear all of the boulders from your path. I'm not telling about just a couple. I mean every single boulder that, again, we could say 20, 30 feet tall has to go. Every single one. Not just a few. Well, I can kind of make myself aware on the sides. Nope, the boulders will stretch because they're still there. Even if it's one boulder, it'll stretch and it'll widen and it'll get taller and taller. Okay? It'll become this gigantic boulder wall, even if there's just one there. All of them have to go. Every single one. Then when every single one is gone, the path is clear. Because you have emptied yourself out. And all the pieces that are scattered about, you leave that to love. Because you are constantly putting love into yourself. Love picks up the pieces. Love takes care of it. Okay? And love, again, is that big hammer that you're hitting against these boulders to smash them apart. Okay? The love breaks down the walls through the ego and the conflict and the ignorance. So empty your cup of ignorance to then fill it with the cup of God. Okay? The ignorance has to go. That's the great teaching. This is the non-dual, everybody. Okay? When you start living through the non-dual, you're living from the inside. You realize that everything here, everything that represents Maya, is just an appearance. Okay? Everything around me right now is just an appearance. It's not the true reality. It's not the truth. Anything impermanent is never the truth. Anything that is temporary Anything that comes and goes is not the truth. The truth is permanent. The truth is everlasting. The truth is eternal. The truth is infinite. The truth is realized through the stillness and silence and emptiness of your being. That's the nature of truth. Okay? That's the nature of God. That's the nature of the true self. Are we getting this now? Right? You guys look into things like Advaita Vedanta. You guys look into Taoism. Right? You look into different practices that teach about the non-dual, and you will truly understand what reality truly is. Okay? Because if you think it's all this, you're wrong. This is nothing. These are just things happening. This is just an effect plane showing us everything about how we feel inside, because the innerness of ourselves is permanent. Okay? This is not permanent. This body is not permanent. This life is not permanent. This world is not permanent. But it is a manifestation, it is a cloak, it is an appearance of consciousness. And it's all happening from within ourselves. Because we are the permanence. That's what we want to get behind. And now all that's on your mind now is God. God, 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 God. And through God is love. And through God is happiness. And through God is peace. And through God is perfection. That's what we're bringing into ourselves. So we feel that through the heart. You are working on your spiritual heart. That's what you want to bring online. That's what you want to widen. That's what you want to have open. And my heart belongs to God. That's all that matters. I don't care about a car. I don't care about a house. I don't care about a bunch of money, any materialism. I don't care about man's rules of the world. It has nothing on me. It means nothing to me at all. I walk through the world, but I am not the world. I am beyond it. Right? Because the world is just myself. The world is God. And so it's all just this blanket. It's all just this appearance. It's all this clay that's been formed. It's the sandcastles in the sandbox that I myself have brought forward to helping me understand who I truly am. And who I truly am is God consciousness, is the self. That's how you liberate yourself, everybody. It's not about looking outside and saying, oh my God, what's happening with this agenda right now? Oh my God, what's happening with the politics right now? Oh my God, what's happening with mainstream media right now? Oh my God, what's happening with this thing happening in the world right now? You're just getting yourself distracted. Right? Be at peace within yourself with everything that's in the world, and nothing of the world will ever taint you ever again. This is why I say I don't really care about the current events that are happening, because I know it's just all cycles. Right? But you guys ask me for updates on this stuff, and I'm happy to bring it, because I'm happy to be of service, because that's the true God work, is to be of service. Right? So really just dwell on everything that I've shared here with you today, guys. Okay? Keep working with the previous days as well, too, from day 1 all the way up to day 5 today. Okay? Thank you again, guys, for your contributions. I appreciate it. So I will go ahead and wrap up now. Actually, I'll take Lisa's question before we do. Lisa says, can you kindly clarify if we go through each of the 3 issues one by one in front of the mirror and then proceed back to test the cord? Okay? So clarify if we go through each of the 3 issues one by one in front of the mirror. Okay? Well, the mirror is plan A. Okay? So like I said, just like you saw me do in the demonstration, what did I start with? The physical body, emotional body, then the mental body. Okay? So I'm always looking at that. My hand is always here. Okay? Like I said, I do this to demonstrate. But when I'm doing the actual practice, my hand is always here on the cord. It doesn't leave it. My other hand is right here against the ball. Okay? Doesn't leave my chest. Okay, so if I'm looking at the physical body, an impairment there, I'm looking in the mirror, and I'm saying, can I imagine myself without this upset stomach? Can I feel myself with a perfect stomach? It's exactly as you saw in the demonstration. Okay, so what we're doing is we're going step by step through each body. Okay, we're always having our hand on the cord. We don't really need to test the cord, Lisa. Okay, we've already tested the cord earlier. So we're only looking in the idea that when we fill the ball up and then when we run the current, the cord goes down. Okay? You don't need to keep testing the cord. You do the cord check first and foremost. Okay? That's it. How tight is this? Can I move it? Okay, it's pretty tight. All right. Other hand comes here. White ball in the center of the chest. I go to plan A. Get out of bed. Go to the bathroom mirror. Look in the mirror. Can I look at the opposite? And can I feel the opposite? And can I visualize the opposite of what I'm going through pertaining to my physical body impairment? Yes, I can. And if the answer is no, I go to plan B. Better and better. Affirmation reinforcement. Okay? So I fill the ball up as far as the physical body goes. Then I go to the emotional body. I do the same thing. I get up out of bed. I go to the mirror. I look in there and say, can I see the opposite? Can I see what it represents? Yes. Okay, I fill it up. Or no. Plan B. Better and better. Better and better. Reinforcement affirmation. Okay? I do the same thing with the mental body. So do you see how there's 3 aspects here? Okay, 3 divisions. And I'm filling up the ball with each of those bodies. Okay? But again, my hand is still right here on the cord. Okay? So once we do that, all three bodies have been taken care of and they're at 100% capacity. I breathe. And I'm running that current through the cord. Okay? And as that happens, I'm just watching my hands. I'm watching how it's getting weaker, right? So basically you're testing the cord as you're breathing and you're feeling it drop. Okay? And you know it's working when you're smiling. Okay? So you're smiling. So guys, I'm not really asking you to visualize anything other than when you're doing plan A. When you're doing plan A for the visual, that's the only time you're visualizing. And if you don't want to visualize, you go to plan B. Okay? And you just feel that love energy coming into your chest. Okay? So you can feel it or you can visualize it. Right? But that's the only visual part is when we start filling up the ball with the love energy. Okay? Or again, go to plan B and just feel. Once that's there, shh. Okay, it's cut. It's done. All right? Simple as that. Okay. So thank you guys. Thank you everybody for being here today. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up now. I'll be back tomorrow. And as tomorrow is Friday, where I'm doing New Earth TV Live, I will be doing this broadcast at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Okay? So we're just going to do kind of a quick review tomorrow for day number 6. Okay? So I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific, and I'll also see you tomorrow for New Earth TV Live. All right? Take care, guys. May it be well with you. Thank you.